It's about to go down.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Imported Brand Snippet episode. I am your host, Nathaniel Robitaille, and I'm here with Quarterback Christian Arrambide from the
Memphis, Tennessee
of the Porvoo Butchers. Right now, we are in Porvoo, Finland, playing in the Vattera Liga in 2025. The main reason I came up here was to be with my buddy Christian Powell and to try to get him one of these. He has every single record, I think, as a running back or rusher in Finland right now. He broke one a couple weeks ago. He has been dominant in Finland for 7 years.
7 years going on 8.
Yeah, 7 years going on 8. So he's been doing a lot of good things up here as a football player. When I first met him in 2020, 2021, I said this is the best running back in Europe, and he still proves that to this day. But we want to jump into a little bit of our season this year. Part of the Imported Brand, last year I did a whole breakdown of the Fehervar Throners in the European League of Football, the team I was on. Breakdown of each game of the season with a couple of my teammates and buddies. Now I wanted just to keep congruent with that and go on the team that I'm on now, but the Porvoo Butchers, we've been late, we've been sloppy with getting on the Imported Brand snippets and the podcast, but we're going to hopefully stay on track moving forward. But with that, this is your second year in Europe, Christian. How is your time now in Porvoo going from the north in Seinäjoki, who we just played a few weeks ago, to the south of Finland now, more near people?
I would say it's the opposite of America. The north is the countryside, and then the south is the city side. So up north, it's more spread out. In Seinäjoki, everything's more spread out. It's more nature-wise. And then here in Porvoo, it's more tight together. It's still a small city, but it's tight together, and it's got that city vibe. And then the main city, Helsinki, is 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. So,
and the airport's there, it's huge.
Yeah.
Which we haven't really taken advantage of that because we're still trying to do some, make sure. With that being said, yeah, this is my third time in Finland. Love it. Different, like he said, from Seinäjoki because we both played at Seinäjoki and now Porvoo together. It's pretty cool to see the differences in different spots of the world and the country, but like he said, it's city and then country, totally different. The one thing that I don't like, and I keep repeating it, is that I don't like how in Finland, everybody has to yield to the right, and there's people that they just go. They don't care. You'll be driving this way, and they got the right. They can come from a side street and just pull out in front of you while you're just cruising along accident city, but I haven't seen one yet, so these people know what they're doing. And people do not have awareness. I think that's a European thing, but awareness of crossing the street. Nobody looks left or right before you cross the road. We were taught that at a young age. Nobody here does that. People just walk across the road and they just say, yeah, if you hit me, I'm going to tell on you. I'm going to snitch on you because you hit me, even though they didn't really no care for their life. which is absolutely insane. But we're gonna get into the seasons. First week of this. Oh, we are 6-0. 7-0. We are 7-0. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we are 7-0 right now. We're on a hot streak. We're playing really well. There's a real difference right now from when I started in European football to now. Levels are all over the place, but you have to do what you have to do. And I talked to my buddy about that yesterday. Whatever and whoever you're playing against, you have to do what you need to do. Whether it's beat a team by 70 or squeak one out. So right now, we kind of been doing that. We just been doing what coaches have been telling us to do, and that's win football games. And we just got to stay level-headed in each and every single game of that, hopefully all the way to the championship, which is what I definitely came here for. And I know that's what he wants to do in a big way, being the MVP of the offense last year in the league. Now he really wants to cap it off with a ring. But first game of the season, Porvoo Butchers, home game against the Kuopio Steelers. How'd you feel in that one?
I felt like it was a good opener game. We had a little fight back, and then we showed what we could do on offense as well. And then the defense showed their true colors right out there too. Because at practice it was looking like it's gonna be a little struggle. We're gonna have to do a lot of shootouts. They stepped up in a real big way, hitting folks, getting picks, shutting down Ethan Greenfield to an extent. He still had his day, but they did a great job. And then it was just a great game all around. I felt like it was an entertaining game from from a fan standpoint, watching all the way to the third, fourth quarter.
Yeah, I believe that. You had 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown throwing, 120 yards passing, 88 yards rushing all day. We ended up winning that game 35-14. It was 21-0 going into halftime, kind of riding high off of what like you said, the expectation of the defense, because everyone was saying we're such a high-powered offense. Nobody kind of knew what the defense was going to be up to, and the defense actually, the level of their play matched ours, which was awesome. That kind of got us out in front. And then third and fourth quarter, 7-7. So 35-14. I think that was a good start for us and a good start for the Butchers 2025. And then the second week, we went to the East City Giants, which I was surprised because everyone was telling us how trash the field was going to be. Pleasantly surprised. It was a really nice grass field. Stadium is a little older. I mean, you're in the middle of Europe, so you don't know what you're going to get. But I think that could be a really good place to play in Helsinki other than the Roosters, especially because the Roosters play on AstroTurf. Horrible. But ECG could be a really nice stadium if they put a nice little stadium around it and they have a nice field. I think that'd be a nice little.
Yeah, the only problem was that they share it with rugby, so that's why
that's what you're gonna get. Soccer.
Getting the holes that were on the sideline because the field's a little bit wider, but it wasn't necessarily in the main area besides one spot. Yeah, and then it rained the day before. So.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't really affect us though. We come out and we win that one big, 61-7. Talked to the coach of ECG after the game. Very good guy. They're young. They're just building for the future. But like we said before in the beginning, you have to put your foot down when you're playing this game. You can't really let up. So 61-7. We started that game opening kickoff. Lucas Arola, our little speedster, to the house.
The first play of offense.
First play on offense, just a bomb over the top. He's just off to the races. So that game, 61-7. The score kind of tells the tale of the tape. Third game of the season, we go to Helsinki. Yeah, we go to Helsinki again. Back-to-back trips to Helsinki, and we play the Helsinki Wolverines. Notoriously a team that I root for in the Maple League, just because I just like the Wolverines. That was the first team I ever played against in COVID. Fun fact, the very first game of American football in the world, I was a part of it in 2020. The very first game of American football was in Helsinki, Finland in 2020 during COVID. Against the Wolverines when I was in Seinäjoki. But we come out, win that game 42. Play on AstroTurf. Haven't played on AstroTurf since 2003 when I was in Boston playing another team from Boston, Roxbury or something like that. But I don't like AstroTurf at all. Horrible. Absolute horrible. It's kind of crazy that the Roosters still play on that and that they still are allowed to play on that. Doesn't make sense.
It's squishy. It's their advantage.
Yeah, it's their advantage. Yeah, it is true. It is their advantage. So 42-6, beat the Wolverines, back-to-back trips to Helsinki. Helsinki Crushers right now. And third game in a row, who do we play? Another team from Helsinki, the Roosters. The team that is notoriously the best team in Finland. And they just win every year. In Helsinki, the big city, they got, I would assume they have some cash flow, they have the ability to get good players, and they have the ability to get good players from that city.
Yeah, they got good resources.
Very
good coaches, good Finnish coaches.
Good Finnish players. A couple of my old dogs that retired or probably going to come back in the playoffs like you guys always do. Some really good players out there that I've played with in Europe that have played for the Roosters and played in Helsinki. That game, the tale of the tape, if we want to be truly honest with that game, it was back and forth. It was 0-0 in the first quarter, 14-10, so it was an onslaught of scoring in the second quarter. We scored 14, they had 10, so 14-10 at halftime. We scored 7, held them to 0. Defense played a great game. Defense has played great all year. 7-0, and then they outscored us in the fourth quarter 16-7. The final score 28-26. They scored a very, very late touchdown in the fourth quarter, which kind of made that score look a little bit closer. What do you think about that game?
It was a good little test match. Again, we had a few calls not go our way, and then we kept on playing behind the sticks when we came out in the third quarter. So we had a lot of opportunities to put it away, We didn't get some conversions on fourth down, like fourth and short.
Oh yeah, and we had the offensive PI. That was on me. And to the ref, if you are ever gonna watch this, if it ever comes across your screen anywhere or one of your guys hear about it, I was approached again this past week by another referee who said he feels so sorry about that call. If you listen, don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. It's fine. I told him to tell you that I love you, and I'll see you soon, whatever game it is. But that was a BS call. I will say that was the wildest call I've ever played and had against me in American football in my life. But yeah, other than that, like you said, we didn't capitalize on a lot of things, and you can never leave the game up to the refs, especially in Europe. Never ever leave the game up to the refs. You got to make sure that you control that game 100% of the way all the time. If not, and you let things get dicey, you will be that team that's complaining to the referees the whole time about little things, and the referees are going to hate you, and then they're going to start going against you. I think we did handle business for the most part. Like we said, we were kind of sloppy on offense. We didn't really do some good things that we never usually do. But I think moving forward into that next week, after we beat the Roosters 28-26, we went to Tampere, one of my favorite cities in Finland, and we played the Saints. They had a 17-year-old quarterback who threw for 300 yards on us. Kind of nuts. That's what you guys get, guys that don't know about European football. I mean, the age range is kind of all over the place in some leagues, so you never know who you're going to play against, but this kid had a really good game against us. We ended up, though, final score, winning that game 72-12. Away game, a little bit of a trip. Had to drive up ourselves because, but a little bit of a longer trip for us, a couple hours. But we come out 72-21. That game was kind of crazy in the beginning. I don't know about you, but I just didn't like the whole switching off and on. That was kind of nonsense to me. I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of playing the game through with your starters, playing the game all the way through until you come to a point in the game where it's like, okay, let's call off the dogs and let's try to get these young guys some experience. But how'd you feel in that game? I mean, we went bonkers. 21-7 at first quarter, 28-14 the second quarter. So at halftime, we're sitting, 40-something, 20, 21. So in that halftime, everyone's kind of like, what are we doing? They're still kind of in the game.
Yeah.
And then we come out and just rattle off. Defense comes up strong, lets up a goose egg in the third and fourth quarter. And we scored another 23 points. How'd you feel?
I mean, like you said, offense, we came out hot. The only thing was the switching in and out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets confusing of knowing who's out there, what checks you can make with certain receivers. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you can say something retarded or
and we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Know of it?
yeah, and then just giving a little hand signals, having the communication with the other side of the ball, or the other side. Not where you're at, but the other side, other receivers. And then just having either CP or Fisu back there, it makes a little difference because I can say, hey, CP, just stay in real quick, and then you see nothing go. Or it's Fisu, just stay in.
Yeah.
But other than that, offense, we handled business for the most part. We said we were going to show our tempo, and we did. And then when the young guys got in, they showed their true colors. They were moving the ball. Jesper was moving the ball real well, making some good throws. We got to make some catches for him, though. But he had a solid day, though.
He always comes in and does his job. Gets a touchdown or two on the ground. So we win that game 72-21. Next, we go to the touted the game of the week. Possibly a little bit not, I wouldn't say game of the year, but game of the week. I mean, it's kind of big because we were only 2 games playing that weekend, and it was Christian Powell's. Now this is the all-purpose yard.
He's the all-time. He's
Spot
to the league.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's been out here. I don't care what kind of thing you write on it, but he's just been out here making and running. He has a lot of yards under his belt, so let's just keep it at that.
This was all-purpose.
Yeah.
This one was all-purpose.
Yeah, he got a lot of yards under his belt either way. But we go to Senyoki, kind of a dogfight. We win 4-17. We go 21-10 first quarter. They hold us to 0 points in the second. We hold them to 0. And then we come out in the third quarter, and it's 21-7. And that's the points for each team. So we get up to 42-17. I didn't realize that we scored all those points in the third at the end. Yeah, because it was close for a little while, and then we kind of started throwing the ball around and broke open the floodgates.
It really just close. It just seemed close because we didn't score those 2 times with the procedures.
That second quarter was fun.
We didn't score the 2 times, and then we had a holding on one of your touchdowns.
Yeah.
We had a holding on one of your touchdowns. and then
No,
first down catch
something
to
like
Lucas was illegal.
formation.
The people were on the ball, or two people were off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as the Roosters.
Yeah, we just got
Small
dumped.
dumb penalties.
Got dumped a little bit. Yeah, but 42-17. I mean, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're still winning games. We just want to clean it up. I don't think we've had a clean game yet on offense where everything is just cooking, and we don't have anything that's like the OC's cooking, Christian's cooking, the receivers are cooking, we're blocking, the offensive line's going. CP always gonna run. I don't think we've hit our like upper echelon of what we can do, and I think when we do that, it's going to be kind of nuts for a team that plays us, and they're just going to be like, "What the heck is going on?" So that's 6-0.
I think we're finding our groove though.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're going like this. It's a steady climb. Next game, the last game, we play the EC Giants again from Helsinki, but they come down to Porvoo, and we same kind of number. It was 61-7. This time it was 58-7, almost the same exact score.
This was kind of weird too. The switching in and out.
It was just an onslaught though. It was just, I mean, we scored 2 touchdowns quick. Zach had a kick return 21-0 with like 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It was kind of a barn burner. But this week, so 58-7. This week we play the Vasa Royals. Alpha Jalo coming down to Porvoo. Game is at 6:30 on Saturday. If anybody's listening to this, anybody's in the area, come out to Porvoo. Nice little venue. It's a great place to catch a football game. Very personal, very homey. And come support us. Come check us out against the Vasa Royals. I do think this is going to be a good game. CP, I know, always has a great game against Vasa. And I think we're hitting stride as a team. And the only thing I can say about this game is that it's just where we're trying to go. This is another stepping stone and another roadblock that we got to get over. And we just got to keep doing and reading our keys and playing the game, and that's all we can do. Yeah. And that's about it, guys. What's one thing that you enjoy this summer so far in Finland?
It actually got kind of hot, so I was thankful for that because I'd rather play in the heat than in the cold, and then just hanging with you, man. We've been babbling about the Bible. We get to have little talks and have little questions here and there about the Bible, and you give me a little insight. And then the Bible study with Brian and all the guys. Mm-hmm. Brian, they keep it interesting.
They keep you interested. They keep you grounded.
Yeah.
They keep you thinking. Definitely. Yeah, I would say it's just meeting the guys here. Every year when you come into Europe and you just meet a whole new coast of guys, you don't know what's going to happen. Being an import, for guys that want to be imports, it's you listen to this. Coach just brings in me and him and the next 3 other guys, and they just say, make it work. You got to be a real man about the situation, and you have to put your pride, ego, school name, what you did in the past down, and you got to just kind of roll with what you have. And the minute that you can understand that and just live that way, and you're going to see things open up for you. And it's been cool to see how Porvoo has taken us in as people. It's cool to see how the import group has kind of just finding their way and watching these young guys kind of find their way and do things and all that and different stuff and kind of gel with their teammates and this and that. So that's been cool. And to see Christian, obviously that's why I came here for, to pick Christian Powell, and to see him and his family and to see the growth of that. And his son now is walking, which is nuts because he was just getting held and crawling around that one leg scoop thing he does. Now he's walking. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. It's been growing, and yeah, we've been growing in faith, and we've been kind of keeping each other accountable, which is cool. And we can't get into the fun stuff yet. We got to wait till I retire or until the season's over. And like Miko said he wants to get on here and talk about import stories and all the nonsense and all that other stuff. One day we will get that episode and we will get that rolling. And yeah, I got a lot of stuff to say too. So, but other than that, man, thanks for listening. Anything to say?
Continue to watch the imported brand. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah.
Everybody on the Butchers, know that I love you. Know that I love the city. I appreciate that.
We're going to try to get this thing done, man, every week, every other day, whatever it is. I just want to get this thing back up and running again to the different episodes. So hopefully this one can upload. Last time we did it, we held on to it for like a week. I tried to get it upload, wouldn't upload the correct way. So hopefully this time it uploads the correct way. As always, Jesus loves you. We love you. And we'll see you guys soon. Peace.